All right, I'm back for Ensleyreign Cosmetics Flower Moon palette. I decided to go wash my arm off because I had so much glitter from this palette on my arm that I needed to wash it. So I went ahead and took my wash off as well. But let's get into this one. So far, every one of the palettes that I have swatched, I still love. So that is a good thing. This is what the Flower Moon palette looks like. Another gorgeous one that they came out with. So let's get this swatching. I'm going to do the same thing as before. I'm just going to use this one arm and do all of them. So the first one is Bloom. Gorgeous. Pink Moon. And I'm lightly tapping this, you guys, because they are so pigmented. This one is a green with a red. It's looking more reddish on my arm, but in the pan is definitely a vibrant green color. And then this one is Freesia. Got that coppery penny look to it. This is Flower Moon. This is the one that the palette is named after. Here. Gorgeous color. It looks purple or pinkish in the camera, but it's definitely looking more green and yellow from my view. And then it's Persephone. This is giving you that pink with that purple. I know I've worn this a couple of times and love it. And Dahlia. It's another beautiful one. I think I've paired this with Persephone before and loved them both. See how vibrant that is? And then April Showers. Gorgeous. I think out of the Cold Moon palette and the Flower Moon palette, this one is my favorite out of those two. Second row is Refresh. Then we have Primrose. Gorgeous. Then we have, let me go to Bliss first. So this is Bliss. Oh, that's so nice. Gorgeous. Gorgeous. And now we have Forsythia. I'm going to move that one down here. Then we have Awakening. This is more satiny feeling, but still beautiful. Sapling. Oof, I might have got too much there. I don't need to go in with a double one of that one. I got too much the first time. And then Sprout. Gorgeous as well. So that's the first two rows, which has all the shimmers. The next row is going to be all mattes. So that's all your shimmers of the palette. Gorgeous. Very beautiful. All right, so Lush is the first matte here. Then we have Rejuvenate. Orangey color. Peony. Then we have Mayflowers. Just a slight differentiation of the other color. And then Meadow. Then we have Budding. And last but not is Renew. All right, so that's all your mattes. That's your whole palette. It's your Flower Moon palette. Gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. So now we're on the second stack, which is going to be all of my Adept Cosmetics palettes. So the first one, this first one here is more of a blushy type palette, but I know for sure that I'm not going to be using all of these as blushes. So I more than likely will use some of these shades as eyeshadow. So I'm going to swatch this, but just so anyone want to know, this is that blush palette Duality. It goes along with this Unity palette. That's why they're in the same packaging. So I'm going to swatch these all together, because like I said, I will more than likely utilize those blushes, some as also eyeshadows. So I'm gonna swatch those first. So the first one that is the blush is Orange Pearl. Some vibrant orange color. The next one is Sometimes Violet. Definitely a vibrant purple color. Next one is Roses Are Red. That's a gorgeous. This red reminds me of a red that's in my Pat McGrath palette. In number 5, I believe. And Honey Never Spoils is the bottom one. See, I would probably more use that one as a blush, but it also can be a crease shade. Magenta is the next one, a vibrant pink. And then we have Duality 1. This is definitely an orangey color, but this is what those shades look like here. So like I said, to me, this is more like an eyeshadow palette versus a blush palette. But let's keep it moving. So now let's do the actual palette itself. So Unison Utopia is the first one here. It's the first one. Then we have Tranquility. And then we have Rose Orchid. Gorgeous. Then we have Serene Spirit. And then we have Balanced Beauty. Gorgeous. And then the second row is Egalitarian Emerald. That's more like a that antique type of goldy brown. This is a Petals. It's a nice pink shade. Then we have the Peaceful Path. Looks vibrant lime green in the pan, but it's coming off on here like a goldy color. Then we have Serenade. It's that typical silvery purple color. And then Balance Bond. Gorgeous. Now the bottom row is all mattes. Let's see if I could put all of those right across here. So Tranquil Tone. That's a nice crease shade. Then we have Moss. Very nice. Moss Mist. Then we have Live a Little. When they telling you to live, that's a bright. When I say bright, that is a bright pink. And then last but not least is Balanced Brown with a question mark. This is definitely giving you more of a plummy color. For sure. But that is the Duality palette along with the Unity palette from Adept Cosmetics. So gorgeous. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. All right, we got 3 more palettes here to go. The next one is from Adept also. It's the Flying Fiddles palette. This one looks like this. This is one I have not tried yet. So let's go. Is my arm dry enough yet? Feels like it. All right, we'll do the same thing here. Start with top and work our way down. Dahlia's first. Ooh, that's beautiful. It looks green in person. It's looking more like a orangey champagne in the camera. Tan Toffee Rose. It's a nice crease shade. Meadow Foam. Okay. Aracima. Sema. Then we got Daylily. This also is a little deep burgundy color to help deepen up the outside. Then we have Daffodil. And we have Voila Bronze. Then they have this beautiful mixed shade here. Got all kind of different colors in it. Mix that together and what do you get? It's just got some blues, golds, and greens in it. Then we got Pom Pom Button. Beautiful emerald green color. And then yellow brown one. This feels a little drier. Still a beautiful shade. And then the last row is Sahara. It's a matte. That's Honey Spurge. We have Blue Crown. I like that shade. But it looks like that blue brown color, but it has more purple in it, which I appreciate. Then we have Rust Bunny. It's your antique green color. And last but not least is Green Kelly. That would go well with that emerald green looking color. So that is the Flying Fiddles palette. I do like it. The next one we have is also from Adept, and this is the Legend of Aurora palette. I have worn this one. It's a gorgeous palette. So the first one is Vintage. That is a gorgeous shade. Vintage Legend. This is a more creamy shade when you touch it. And then 2367 is the other one. That's another one of these mixed up shades. That is gorgeous. Then we have Imposter. Then we have Contract of Audra. Second row is Ventatsian Scholar. Then we have Planetary and Tremor. Then we have Mendora. This is another one of those mixed up shades. Gorgeous. Then we have Audra, which is what this palette is named after. Ooh, that's gorgeous. It shows green, like a vibrant foresty green on my skin here in person. It looking different on the camera. So it's definitely a multi-chrome. Well, most of these are. Fake Lore. It says FEKLHR. Then the bottom row is matte. So this is Crouge. Then we have Torak. Then we have 1000 Years. Peace. And Myth. So this is the Legend of Audra palette. Love it. The last palette we have for today's video is the Heather Austin palette that she did in collaboration with Adept. So let's swatch these. The first one is Video Chat. This one is a creamy shade. Then we have Passport, also a creamy shade. I love that blue purple. Then So Excited. It's one of your typical satiny type shades, but it's a pretty one. Then 0603. It's your typical purple rosy type shade. Then we have a Magnolia Green Matte. Then Mythology. It's like that yellow green color that we love. And then Pio 2. It's on the bottom row. Then we have Atlas. Love it. Then we have Scrubs. It's a beautiful shade as well. Has a blue with a purple in it. And then Hey Y'all, which is one of Heather Austin's signature introductions when she does her videos. Then we have Austin. It's a beautiful duochrome. Has a green flip in it. And then last but not least is Smith. That's a beautiful green. So this is the Heather Austin palette by Adept. She did a great job on it. And I love it. So you guys, that is all of my Sydney Grace, Clarity Cosmetics, Ensleyreign, and Adept Cosmetics palettes. Tell me what you think down below. And would you like to see me do any get ready with me's with any of these palettes in particular so you can see them on my skin tone? Just comment down below. Other than that, thank you guys so much for watching, and stay tuned to my rest of my palette collection in the future videos. See you soon. Bye.